All right, good evening, everybody. John here at Epic Maker Studio. So apparently, I had a big snafu going on. I apparently I didn't have any sound on my video, which is odd. So I went into the Havoc Maker Studio, watched the video on YouTube, and you guys are right. There was no sound. So I went back, uploaded the video because I double checked these for sound quality and such now. And my video on my hard drive is working just fine. Some disconnect between uploading to YouTube from my hard drive is somewhere in there is the cause. Don't know what it is, so I apologize for that. I went in, delete the video just in case, and then I go over to OBS to try it. Let's go ahead and do a second video. But before we do that, let's do a little test run. Upload it under my private videos that you guys can't see, and check the sound quality there. Well, not only is the sound quality all wonky, but the videos weren't working. My window captures, nothing was working. It was all weird. So I stopped the video, went in, did some tinkering. No idea what happened to Streamlabs OBS, but all my settings were just. It looks like somebody just took a shaker jar or whatever and just shook it up and spat out a bunch of weird code. And so I spent some time, got it all fixed up, I hope. And here we are. So today I had intended really early before they even announced it on Facebook. Atomic Mass Games usually now communicates mainly through Facebook, not their webpage, and wanted to get the jump on them before they did their announcement for the Black Order affiliation packs. I was like, oh, they haven't done it yet. Let's get on this. And yeah, I beat them, but my video failed. So let's go ahead and talk about them anyways, because there's a lot of chatter that's come up after they announced this, and some of it I'm a little disappointed in. So what is this? Before we get into our Skurge breakdown, the Black Order affiliation pack is a combo pack of 4 characters that have already been released in 2 different packs. In this box, this is our first squad box. So our first box that has a squad of 1 affiliation. Now, this box is also going to contain not only the miniatures that already exist, but their updated character cards, right? And any updated tactic cards. So this is everything for, not necessarily for people that already have this box or these models. This isn't for you guys. Unless you want to, you're free to buy it. If you want to buy it and try to paint some new models and have those new card packs, great. But this isn't really designed for you. This is more, I would say, and I don't know 100%, but my impression, and having worked a little bit in the retail industry, when I see stuff like this is to push old product, A. B, it's usually in conjunction with something else coming out that's related, which we know Supergiant and Black Swan, the last 2 members of the Black Order, are coming out, and sell it as an opportunity for new people coming into it to get a awesome price point on this product, on these characters, which are top notch. There's nothing wrong with these models. They are top notch. It's a great affiliation, especially if you've been paying attention to the meta. So this is really a golden opportunity for new people to get a big leap forward, a big head start. It's not a slap in the face to any of the fans that have already bought this or any of the customers. It's not them screwing anybody over. This is a great business decision to get people into the game. Now, some of you might be like, well, now I got to spend $60 on a box to get the new cards for these characters. No, you don't. No, you don't, guys. There's free cards available on the Atomic Mass Games page. So really cool there. Really awesome that they did that. I know a lot of people have gone out and spent around $20 to $30 on either printing at home or printing at like Office Max, Office Depot, whichever ones, Kinko's, whatever's still around, and or going to work and printing them off on the color printer when the boss isn't paying attention, and then getting it laminated, or not even laminated at all. Anyways, you're either doing that for free-ish, or you can just wait for a couple weeks, and the card pack that has, was it like 20 plus characters in it? I think it's 20 or 24 characters in it, plus all the Team Tactic cards that have gotten updated. They're going to be in that box for $20. That is really geared more towards the people that already have these models. If you already have these models, then just get the updated character pack. I don't see what the problem is. I think it's, man, I'm going to make some people mad here, but I think we're getting a little, I don't want to say, I hate using the word overprivileged, but we're getting kind of full of ourselves if we think that they owe us this, an explanation for this, or even, God, I don't even know how to word it. It just bewilders me that people are offended and upset that this squad box has come out and they can't get the new cards without spending $60 on this box. But they can spend $20 on a box and get the cards cheaper, plus all the other cards. I don't see that there's some weird disconnect going on. Maybe you guys can explain it to me, why people are upset that this is coming out now with these old characters like CP15 and CP19. These are like 2 years old. That's how old these models are. And they're upset that you can now get it in this squad box. It's really weird. I'm not sure what the problem is. Somebody please explain it to me, because it's a bit annoying. It is a bit annoying. But let's get into the Skurge. Enough about this. Well, actually, one more thing about this squad box. Does this mean that we're going to see more squad boxes in the future? I hope so, because there are a bunch of characters out there that I have yet to get that I sure as hell would like to get in a squad box or an affiliation pack. I've seen it's worded here as affiliation pack on Asmodee's website. It's announced as a squad pack. Either way, please go ahead and do some more of these, because there's some characters, I don't know, like the Sinister Six or the Spider Foes, whatever they're called. Was that Craven and Mysterio, Lizard, and Carnage, I believe? Don't quote me on that, but I think Carnage. That pack, and I don't have that pack. So, man, if they came out as an affiliation box and I could save a little bit of money on it, woo-hoo, I would love it. Plus, this could be kind of a glimpse into the future of maybe small boxes of new releases, like say, I don't know, the Fantastic Four as a affiliation pack. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. All right, let's get into Skurge. All right, so I went ahead and did a breakdown of Skurge. So let me move that. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, so we can get up to date on who Skurge is, or as the Executioner, he is a half Storm Giant, half Asgardian. So I'm not sure how that works, because generally when I think of giants, and especially Storm Giants, are supposed to be like the biggest giants. That how a Storm Giant and a Asgardian, there's a bit of a size difference, metaphorically and literally, going on there, and I'm not sure how that works. However, that gives him a lot of uniqueness with his physiology, his superhuman physique, which is like his speed, durability, stamina, strength, dexterity, all that stuff is far above the average Asgardian, far above. His strength-wise, he is just a little bit below Thor, where Thor's in the 100-plus ton category. Skurge here is at the 65-ton category. Heimdall, I think, is coming in around the 40 or 50, and I think that's about the same range as Sif. The Warriors 3 are all around the average Asgardian. That's why I keep saying they're probably going to be a grunt base, like a souped up grunt base, but they're around 30 to 35 tons. So this guy is immensely strong. You think about 65 tons, like, oh, 65. That's not a big number. That's 65-ton, guys. 2,000 pounds is a ton. Now times 2,000 by 65, and he can lift a lot. The guy can bench a lot. He lifts. All right. And he does have some massive legs, so he does leg day. He does not skip leg day, which is really awesome because Thor does skip leg day. So, anyways, beyond all of that, and Asgardian combat training and such like that, he does have a number of abilities outside of his physical dominating abilities. So he does have some former powers that he got from a rival of the. I can't remember how to pronounce the Asgardian's name. I think she was one of the Norns or something along that line. She was a rival of the Enchantress, who we already have on the tabletop, who Skurge tends to follow around and act as a bodyguard, as an enforcer, a simp, whatever you want to look, however you want to look at him. Anyway, so this other Enchantress style sorcerer lady gave him ability to project magical blasts, and he could do all sorts of enchantments. But those are gone. So will we see that? I doubt it. But we might. I think this is pre that, and pre MCU. Everything else has gone on. Looking at the costume and whatnot. Now he does run around with a magical axe called the Blood Axe. Now this Blood Axe, to anybody else, has a curse ability that drives him into a bloodlust. Scourge can control that, but I think we can still see him benefiting from it on the tabletop. It has divine slaying. It will cut through and kill gods. It's already demonstrated that it has that ability. It can do a force projection, so basically an energy blast, and then it allows him to teleport. So how should we see him numbers wise? Well, here we go. I know some of you have probably already seen it earlier and you were breaking it down, but you didn't have my lovely voice going over it. So I'm thinking his health wise will be a 5 on healthy side, then we'll roll over to a 6 on his damage side. We see that a lot. The more damage they take, the more, or whenever they get dazed and they're on their last leg, they get kind of boosted up and get more heroic or stalwart or whatever. We saw that during Thor Ragnarok at the end when they're on the bridge and everybody's trying to escape and he's holding them off. We saw him do that. That's an iconic scene that we saw him do elsewhere in the comics. This guy is very, very tough. Medium movement, which is pretty typical. Even though he has super speed, he is not moving at like 100 plus miles an hour. So leaving him as a medium is I think just fine. Size 2, I think that's ordinary and normal. And then I'm thinking either threat 3. I think we could go for threat 4, but I think threat 3 for right now. Now we'll look at his physical defense of a 4, since he does have that increased durability, not only as an Asgardian, but with his storm giant physique, and a 3, the normal 3 defense for energy and mystic. There might be something to say he has a 4 in mystic because of his workings with the Enchantress, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. All right, let's take a look at his powers. So I'm thinking he's going to have 3 attacks and then 3, maybe a 4th power that I forgot to include on here. But I think 3 powers, or 3 attacks. The first one being the standard strike, range 2, 5 dice, 0 power. He gets power equal to the damage dealt on a wild. Give him bleed. That is a divine slaying axe. That means it's going to do some horrendous damage. So if it can kill gods, then it's going to cause some serious injuries to mere mortals. Force projection, range 3. I figured a short range. It's not known to have like Cyclops' range or storms range or anything like that. I think range 3 is modest. 4 dice, 0 power. He just gains 1 point of power if he uses it, but on a wild, he will be able to push the target short range. I think that's an easy one to do in there. That'll be an energy attack where the strike is a physical. Now, Bloodlust will be physical, but it could be mystical. But I think let's go with physical. That it's range 2, 7 dice, 4 power, maybe 3. I think maybe we can go for 3 power, but let's say 4 power right now. And then if you get a wild and a skull, the reason why I'm going with the skull is since this is a cursed ability, I figured, let's be dramatic and let's kind of go with it. And a little bit of a metaphor. I'm not sure literal translation there, but the skull being really bad and curses being bad, I felt like wild and skull. Why not make an addition? This allows you to make an additional attack against the same target, and ran out of room to type. So I would say that this does not in itself allow you to make, if you get the wild and skull again, to make an additional attack. It's just a one and done. So I think that's pretty decent for him. He is a close combat beast. Now, for his powers, I think his first one should be Divine Slaying, going to cost you 3 power. And now that I've had a little bit of hindsight or a little time to think about it, I think this should be broken down in 2 different versions, either against threats of 5 or against targets that are threat 5 or higher. He gets 2 attack dice for the remainder of the activation. And then for those that are 4 and under, maybe get 1 attack dice. And just for the hell of it, because it is he is swinging around that cursed axe, throw on Hex. Why not? Now, the next power would be a reactive power. We base it on his durability, his super durability, if you will. Cost 2 power, gain 2 defense dice just for that turn. Or that it can only be used once a turn. And then the last one is the standard Asgardian power, where you gain 1 additional power during the power phase. I think that is self-explanatory, and that's a no-brainer. The only other power I would consider giving him, consider this, is some sort, since he is really strong, he's still not Thor or Hulk strong, but he is well above, I would say 75 to 90% of the characters in the game so far, that you give him an ability to where he could pick up a character or a target of size or a terrain piece of size, at least size 3, maybe size 4, but let's go with at least a size 3 and throw it, say, medium range. I think that's warranted based on his immense strength. And if you look at his miniature, he is beefy McBeeferson. That guy works out his biceps like a hoss. So let me know what you guys think. And before I get into the other part, let me know what you guys think about that. Am I on point with this? Does it seem like these are going to be fair abilities? Do you think we need to add in some more, maybe adjust a couple of the points or the dice, or even the power? It was just a quick breakdown of what I think we'll get out of him. Of course, there's possibility of other abilities that we will see based on particular moments in the comics or even the MCU that he is well known for. Not that any spring to mind offhand, but we see that in other characters where it's not necessarily a power, but it's, I can do this all day. That sort of thing. So let me know what you guys think of that. Now, also, I want to say I really am sorry about that video earlier. It was not my intention to upload a video that didn't work. And I'm going to triple check this video before I upload this. And once it's uploaded, I'm going to double check to make sure it works on YouTube. I don't know what happened, and I really am sorry, guys and gals. So I think, don't quote me on this, but I think once this affiliation pack drops, I might go ahead and snag it up, and we might go ahead and do a special giveaway for it, because I think it's such a cool thing to do. I think it really is cool. Maybe we'll do There we go. There we go. We're already going to be giving away. I think we got our giveaway for the month. So we're already going to be giving, or not month, but the quarter. We're already going to be giving away Supergiant and Black Swan. So maybe we just do a Black Order giveaway. This box plus Supergiant and Swan. Let me know what you guys think about that. All right, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching and alerting me. I've already deleted that video. I really do appreciate you guys are super awesome. And that, even though I should have replied back to your comments, left the video up until I put this one up, I'm really sorry about that. I was just flabbergasted and a little embarrassed that that happened. So I just deleted the video without responding. I'm sorry about that. Man, I'm just all sorts of messed up today. You guys have yourself a wonderful evening, and I'll be back tomorrow with Heimdall, and we'll round that out for the week. You guys have yourself a wonderful night. See ya.